Hi fans, thanks for clicking on the dreaded D-Rose report. Haven't heard of any injuries from last night's pay-per-view, but as I do, I'll let you know. As a result of the World Heavyweight Title Championship victory last night at the Money in the Bank, Kane becomes the first individual to win the WWE Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, and the defunct ECW World Heavyweight Championship, all within the realm of WWE Entertainment. Meanwhile, though, Big Show held 3 belts, but the World Heavyweight Championship took place in WCW. So means that don't count? Yeah, it counts. WWE returns to the Civic Center in Alabama, Dothan. It looks like December 10th. Save your money. A woman by the name of Chelsea surfaced in Florida Championship Wrestling. She took part in the bikini contest this last Wednesday at FCW live event in Orlando, and apparently, I don't know if they don't know who she is or not. I'd like to have a look. Percy Watson is featured on WWE's latest NXT interview on their website. It's an in-character interview with a discussion about he's the biggest competition in NXT and his relationship with MVP, and how he plans to assume the #1 spot over Cavill, and more. And the interviews, can be read there. WWE returns. Well, I already mentioned that. WWE's Fatal 4-Way DVD is going to be released tomorrow. Jim Ross, who was at last night's Money in the Bank pay-per-view, wrote the following on his new blog today. He said several stars are now using personal tour buses to get to the the events if they can afford it. It's certainly a tax write-off that makes trips easier and are family friendly, as long as you have your own family in there. Jeff Jarrett, Kurt Angle. Newcomer Alberto Del Rio has already developed a negative reputation among those in the locker room. He's been complaining to fellow wrestlers about the company's decision to remove the mask he famously wore for a number of years in Mexico. Many in the locker room feel that he should be thrilled with getting the push to WWE, and officials have given him thus far complaining. They've been giving him a hell of a push, and all he's starting to do is complain about creative. Get him out of there. There's other people that appreciate being in WWE. Anyway, new WWE book titled Rumble Road. It's untold stories of outside the ring, and is set to be released tomorrow. And if it's PG, I don't want to read it. Anyway, it's a 208-page book compilation of road stories from superstars as Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, John Morrison, Chad Gaspar, Chavo. Eve Torres has opened a fan page on Facebook, which can be viewed at her link. Anyway, she plans to open up an official website in the near future. I'll have to look into that. I'd like to. SmackDown taping September 14th to Joe Louis Arena, Detroit, Michigan. Tickets go on sale July 31st. All right, the former the former WCW U.S. champion and horseman Steve Mongo McMichael was inducted to the College Football Hall of Fame this past Saturday for his career at University of Texas. Tonight's Raw, by the way, or last night's Raw, took place at the BOK Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma, with the fallout from the Money in the Bank thing. And if you like the Nexus deal, I'm not sure whether you're going to like too much of probably Raw tonight, which it'll be over with by the time you see this. Jim Ross also wrote on his Twitter regarding Hall of Famer Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ricky Steamboat still hospitalized, stable, improving, and hopes to be out of the hospital this week. More good days than bad, he said. Chris Jericho wrote the following on his Twitter about the Money in the Bank match, or pay-per-view. He said, "Great pay-per-view. Congrats to Kane for his hard work, dedication to the company for 15 years. Man, most people, Del Rio may not even make it a year. Anyway, he said, my company's a powerhouse that can never be beat. All other companies need to watch and learn." All right, after last night's Money in the Bank pay-per-view ended, Wayne Barrett came out, cut a promo, and then talked about how bad the pay-per-view was, I guess. Barrett said that there needs to be a new WWE champion. It should be someone from Nexus. Barrett told us we all should tune into Raw. Pardon me. The Raw match before last night's Money in the Bank pay-per-view we didn't see Santino take on William Regal. WWE's United States champion is The Miz. He won Raw's Money in the Bank last night. Title shot good for a year. Kane's your new World Heavyweight Champion after beating Mysterio. Mysterio, if you didn't see it, beat Jack Swagger. He had the title for maybe 2 minutes, and Kane saved Mysterio from a beatdown from Swagger. Swagger runs off. Kane turns in his Money in the Bank and beats him. Word is that WWE Champion Sheamus appeared at the Kansas City Royals baseball game on Friday. Sheamus cut a promo at the beginning of the game for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view match, and then appeared again on the big screen at the end of the game. WWE's been using Sheamus a lot for promotional and media appearances because it makes the image stick in your mind if you've never seen that sucker before. The new name, by the way, for WWE's upcoming Chris Jericho DVD, they changed it at the last minute. It's called Breaking the Code: Behind the Walls of Chris Jericho. NXT rookie Michael McGillicuddy and Cavill lost the FCW titles on Friday night, just one night after winning them from Lost Avadors, which I told you about that last week. There was some speculation that the title change wasn't supposed to happen on Thursday night, and there's been some kind of confusion with the referee, and he counted for Cavill and McGillicuddy win. The rookies lost the belts on the rematch against the Lost Avadors on Friday in Sebring, Florida. So they must have, there's confusion, they shouldn't have won, but they did. Thursday's episode of WWE Superstar WGN was a 0.74 with about 800,000 viewers. Jack Swagger's father, did you recognize him? I thought the sucker looked familiar. Jack Swagger's father, this past Friday's SmackDown, was played by none other than Jimmy Golden. Who in the hell's that? Oh, he's better known on WCW as Bunkhouse Buck. And here's a synopsis for the WWE's Best of the High Flyers DVD that's coming out later this year. Here's what they're saying about it. If I can get through it without choking up, I need a drink. Some sort of, it's going to be, it says, the most exciting moments in sports entertainment history have come through the air. It says high-flying superstars that have brought fans to their feet, from Superfly Jimmy Snuka, Killer Bees, without the Iron Sheik there, though. Iron Sheik is pretty much a low flyer. The Rockers, Rey Mysterio, and Billy Kidman, and more. This 3-DVD set is Best of the High Flyers collection from the greatest aerial displays in sports entertainment history. Dozens of matches on this collection represents the creme de la creme of WWE, WCW, ECW, WCCW, and more. Articles on today's USA Today blog earlier this week were they were looking at the top sports brands and their Facebook followers. They noted that NBA leads the pack with about 3.2 million followers. UFC comes in with 2.3 million followers. The Vancouver 2010 Olympics comes in third with 1.2 million, followed by number 4, WWE, with about 757,000 fans on the social networking site. This puts WWE ahead of NFL, NBL, NHL, and NASCAR. I'm surprised at that. As noted before, the release date of AAA's new wrestling video game has been pushed back to avoid the competition from the Madden's NFL game coming out around the same time. However, still faces some competition with WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 coming out about a couple of weeks later. WWE is promoting SummerSlam during Fox's Major League Baseball games on August 2nd and 14th. WWE is going to be doing air promotional videos on the side of the direct TV blimp, and that hovers above the game, during the game going on. And by the way, if you've seen the pay-per-view, Kelly's hair sure looked different. Did she have a new toupee or something on? It just looks strange, the color and the texture and everything. And who am I to say about strange looking hair, huh? I gotta go.